Don't let the promise of heaven eclipse our true hope for our children, to know and love God. It's true that heaven is a promise given to God's people, but heaven is not the reason that we live for God. In fact, if I were to ask a fellow sibling in the faith, why do you deny yourself daily, making yourself obedient to the Lord? And they responded with, because I want to go to heaven, I would be pretty concerned. God calls us to obey out of our love for Him, not out of our desire for a cushy eternity. Let us never forget why we live for God, because He died for us. We love because He first loved us enough to give up His life. That is why we do what we do as Christians. We don't want to give our kids the wrong idea by warping our motivation with the promise of heaven. When we make heaven our sole motivation for living for Christ, we lose the fundamental relational aspect and quickly turn pharisaical, focusing on behavior modification instead of the heart. This is the opposite of how God calls us to live, and the opposite of what He calls us to instill in the hearts of our children. Let's properly set the frame of our own hearts so that we don't mislead our kids in this. Our biggest hope is that our children will have a deep, intimate, and rich relationship with God.